everyone. Hello. Hi, everyone. Apologies for the late start, but we're here. It's.
You're not sorry. How dare you?
But yes, welcome to another episode of Revenge of the Krites. We
Crit.
are. Yeah, we're back. We're dealing with more Jedi and clone gay Mando shit going on.
And we love
Yes,
it.
we are. We
Yeah.
love to see it. You love to see it.
Yeah, it's.
You really do.
Yeah, this is probably just gonna be the episode title where Mundi gets his ass beat for to an hour and a half straight.
I mean,
but only verbally beat because we don't want to kill him off yet.
Like yes. If he died in a walker or like in a bombing accident, be like, hey, did we really lose anybody?
it's like,
important?
well, that sucks. Anyways,
It's literally that one video where he's like, "Pay some respect. That guy's dead." And he, oh, not the dickhead. What do you expect me to say?
It's like the fucking scene in Top Gun, just not Top Gun, fucking goddamn it, Top Gear, just fucking,
Yeah. Oh no. Anyways.
yeah, it's like that meme. Oh no. Anyways,
Yeah.
I love that so much.
But yeah, we are down to Chase at the moment.
God.
Hopefully he will come a little bit later. Don't know. Man's a busy bee. So
I have the sound clip at the ready, so don't worry.
Oh my fucking god. But
Who's your
yeah.
favorite boy?
Yes.
I've been here long enough now to know which sounds are made.
But yeah, you can. I am Kevin, your DM for the past, present, and future sessions. I have no fucking idea where this arc is going to go. A lot of the NPCs could die. Only one of them could probably die, but there's gonna be a lot of shit's gonna happen very soon. If not this session, then definitely the next one. But
If Patch dies, I die with him.
Yeah. But yeah, there will be a 3 or so week hiatus starting on the 17th, just because.
Big moves happening.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we will do. I'll see if I can try to do something else in the meantime, just to at least fill up that slot. But yeah, now going down the line, we have Tati.
Yo, Tati here. I play your friendly neighborhood Zabrak Raziel, trying to keep the peace, keep people alive, dealing with his own inner demons. You know, the usual.
Yeah, and after that,
And get pissed at the council's inadequacy, as usual. Anyways.
Yeah, they had it coming. After that, we got Le Jinkles.
Hello, my name is Jinkles. You can find me at lovejinkles on twitter.com. I'm the reason why we're going on a 3-week hiatus because I'm making big moves. So I'm very sorry about that.
How dare you have a life?
I'm sorry. I'm making a fucking big awesome move because I got hired somewhere. Anyway, I'm kidding. But yeah, I play the lovely Shir'iven. You can again see that Shir'iven is dying on the inside due to what's going on.
That's valid.
Yeah,
And
That's really valid.
yeah, that's just how it is. Like, Shir'iven's gone a long way from being just like, gray Jedi to just being the wine mom of the bunch, and she's just like, oh my god, I have to babysit these fucking Looney Tune children.
again, nothing new. It's the same old fucking shit. Same old fucking shit.
Yeah. And then after Jinkles, we have our favorite boy, Chase.
He's not here yet.
I know, but you said you have the sound, don't you?
Yeah, this one, right?
Not the Weezer sound. No.
Nope, I don't think that was it, but yeah, you can find Matt D.J. Speck. He plays Viper, our clone commando, half man, half Trando. Yeah, he's a great kid. And last but certainly not least, best boy, played by our best girl, Mustang.
Hey, yeah, I'm Mustang or Sara, don't care which. I play Beren, who at the moment is currently head empty, only Patch.
Yeah.
He has a boyfriend now, or a partner. They don't know what it is, but it's happening.
Yeah, something's happening.
Two bros chilling in the hot tub.
Yeah. All right. But yeah. All right. Chase. Yeah. He said he's on his way. So I'm just gonna. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to do the recap myself, which is fine. Might do
God,
it
you
as
can't get the staff.
I might just do it as Bo or fucking Kara. Just it's most fitting. Hold on. I'll just pull it up in here. Yeah, because I need this too. Oh. This is Kara Ren. Recently, the Mandalore and her allies just arrived on Shiri with their separatist prisoner as well as my beloved son Beren. We had food, drink, and the foundlings were appeased with various tales from the heroes of the Republic, as well as interrogating that separatist prisoner they call Zomo. I tried to give them as much information on the sensitive situation on Mandalore as I can, but information is still very few and remote to come my way. I'm hoping that Bo is alright. Now I sent them back off to Coruscant, and here's hoping that the Republic will prove that there is actually good left in the Jedi serving them. So, friends, foes, and undecided. We continue from real life stuff. Wait, is that... Hold up. No, yeah, Chase isn't here yet. I thought I heard it, but I was like, fuck, it's probably a sound.
No, it's just.
I hate when my mind's played like that, you fuckers. But yeah, so you guys are flying off, continuing on in Slave 1, flying over to Coruscant. You still have a couple of days worth of traveling. If there's anything you guys would like to say or do to each other, explore Slave 1. You still got, you know, if you want to say maybe steal something off the ship, or, you know, take anything under Boba Fett's nose. He might have an idea was you guys who took it or not. And I'll say Viper's at the wheel in the meantime.
I mean, Beren knows that the Slave One is Boba Fett's, right? Or at least belongs to a Fett. Could probably tell from the symbols.
Oh yeah,
right?
you would have a
yeah.
Like Jango Fett was like highly recognized and like, oh, this is his, you know, his ship, his pride and joy, and it's like it's kind of insane. It's almost like you're on religious ground of like, this is like the best Mandalorian bounty hunter. Like this was like, this is his ship, and I'm inside it. This I should not be in here unless I am either captured or dead.
I mean, Beren will be like, no, like he'll be like, oh, I respect this space. Won't steal anything because, you know, some people from Clan Fett married into Clan Ren, so probably like not good for relations if he steals anything. So he's just gonna be polishing all of his weapons, weapon maintenance.
Very nice, very nice. Shir'iven, anything that you're doing in this downtime? Trying to call the council again, or maybe trying to call up Obi-Wan, or...
I do want to try and get to speak to Obi-Wan, not just, you know, to check in, but because I don't want him finding out just by ear about what happened on Mandalore. I'd rather fucking confront him myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So she's definitely going to try and establish a connection with him.
Yeah, I'll say, you call him up again. Thrawn will be on the other line, and he'll say, I can attempt to reach him directly on the battlefield, Just give me one moment. As like you guys are like still like in hyperspace, and he's just like.
I
patching up some
apologize for the hassle, Thrawn.
numbers. It's quite all right, Master Jedi. What is war with a little bit of struggle outside of combat as well, and thankfully I am quite technically savvy. As he's just like punching in the numbers and just slowly like the transition is coming through. The quality is not. It's definitely significantly worse, but like you'll still like make out most of his conversation, but like it like blurs in and out as like you see him. It's very reminiscent of like his 2D Clone Wars, like with him like in the full on like the hood, and he's just like getting pelted with rain, like he's like just shivering, just
that one reaction image of him. Yeah.
Yeah. It's literally a lot. I can put it in chat actually.
Thank you.
I love that image so much.
Yeah, it's basically like hold on.
Such a mood. Such a mood.
It's that one, but Obi-Wan if for Twitch viewers. But yeah. Oh, wait, is it in Mos Eisley's? Yeah.
Yes, it is. And then Shiri's there.
Yeah.
I think if it's alright and you say it's okay, Beren will kind of be in the background maintaining his weapons. He's kind of sticking close now to the Mandalore because wanting to protect her at all costs.
Yeah. I think
he won't participate in the conversation.
Yeah, I think like just Shiri would kind of like, she would just let him know that she is going to have to discuss to Obi-Wan like what the fuck is going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
he'll be like, you can turn to me and like I will provide any information that you may need. But other than that, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, like Obi-Wan, he's just like shivering like in this little robe, just being like, oh, Shir'iven, it's been far too long.
I apologize for how long it's been, Obi-Wan.
Kind of dropped out of the temple on short notice, and
it was an important mission where there's a lot to discuss, and I'd rather tell you when I join you on Jabim in a few days.
That is perfectly fine.
But there is something that will concern you before then.
And what will that be?
A war has broken out on Mandalore.
As he like puts his head in his hands, like, not again.
And I know that what I'm going to say next will frighten you, but I'm ensuring both Satine and Bo-Katan's child are safe. Bo-Katan has gone mad with power, especially after I've bestowed upon her the Darksaber after the efforts we went through on Mandalore. We need to take her down. I made a promise to you about Satine, and I intend to keep that promise. I wanted to tell you before word got out, before I even came back to Coruscant, or even saw you on Jabim.
I understand. Things have certainly changed, and I do appreciate that you intend to hold that bargain, and I hope that you are successful, and that a transition of power can be maintained. But I'll understand if one cannot be achieved without a loss of another.
If any loss is to come, I promise it will not be to the wrong person.
Good. And I look forward to seeing you on here. The lack of sun here isn't. I think you'd certainly brighten up this place more than the abundance of storm clouds here. As he's just sort of like shaking off like his hood and just like drying himself off from the wetness.
You'll have some piece of me there. I sent Bruiser and his team to assist you in the meantime.
Good. I've heard good tale of his success. He seems like a very burly and strong individual, and I hope that he and Cody will get along fine.
I'm sure he will.
And you see him kind of squint off to the other side and goes like, no. as he just kind of like points off to where Beren is just sharpening arms, like, is that who I think it is?
Shuri kind of like, leans away to kind of like see where he's pointing. And then she looks at Beren. She's like, oh, that's right. You have met. Beren, come here.
Okay. Yeah. Beren takes his helmet off at this point. And turns to stand next to Shuri.
And
just says, "Oh, Kenobi."
Beren, wow, you've hardly aged a day since the last time I saw you. And I got a pretty close look at you, considering you nearly put a scar in my eye, but you got the jump on me, so I will certainly give that to you.
Beren will laugh and say, "Yeah, I'm glad we settled on good terms." As I said before, you are wasted on the Jedi, but I understand.
I've taken an oath, and like it or not, I do intend to keep it. But
yeah, Beren nods approvingly.
Yeah, and like Obi-Wan just kind of looked back to you, Shir'iven goes like, Beren is a good warrior. He has proven himself in battle more times than I could count, and honestly, it's a shame that you can't be a part of the army in a more beyond a training capacity, but I certainly, my clones and I certainly appreciate the service that you have provided.
Beren nods and says, "Yes, the clones are good warriors, and all of them, I consider them my vod."
Well, hopefully, I don't believe you've met Cody yet, have you?
Is he speaking to Beren or Shiri or both of us?
I'll say both of you guys.
I don't believe that I've met Cody. No, I've heard his name thrown around a lot though.
Beren frowns. He's thinking, and he goes, briefly, on the route that you directed us through. Passing.
Yes. Good man there, Cody. A bit by the books for the likes of me, but he can be adaptable when the situation calls for it.
Well, I guess I would have to see what he's made of in a few days.
I hope you get the chance, but I will hopefully. And like the connection is like starting to break up. It goes like, "I'll see you soon." And then it just cuts back to Thrawn being like, "Seems the storm is riling up again, unfortunately, but..."
Please do not worry, Thrawn. I appreciate what the signal amount that how long you were able to keep the signal for. I got what I needed to him.
That is good. It would be a shame if Obi-Wan was left hanging and without a glimmer of hope as you Jedi need to sustain in battle.
He will have assistance coming soon. Ruza left, I believe, just a few hours ago. So he should be coming into Jabim's orbit within a few days.
I assume you've also assigned Admiral Coltesi to fly him and his compatriots over?
Fuck, that's right. I forgot about Coltesi! Yes, in the meantime, yes.
You see just Thrawn, like, he has fully red eyes, but you can tell even he is like rolling them in the mention of Coltesi.
I know. He's not really my cup of tea either. Don't trust me. She laughs about it.
He is certainly an admiral. That I can agree on, but as far as his methods and proof of skill, I think leave much to be desired, in my humble militaristic opinion.
Well, thankfully we won't have to deal with him or any others, because we'll be flying in on our own. So we'll be there within a few days.
Good. I look forward to meeting you in in better circumstances than that day at the temple.
Of course, Thrawn.
We will see you soon, Master Jedi. As he's just goes off of the comms.
What'll it? Also, hold on, wait, I gotta do it. Where is it?
That's right, everybody. It's your favorite boy.
Get the fuck out!
Yeah, Chase is here. Yay!
Hi, how are ya? Lovely weather we're having, boy.
Now, I will control the universe, and everyone will be able to watch Splatoon 2 Let's Play.
Hi, Chase.
It's me. Hi, don't mind me. I had to run a fundraiser event.
It's okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? Anyway, what I
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Like I said to Jinkles earlier, how dare you have a life outside of this?
But yeah,
I don't
fucking.
complain, but I'm not saying I made upwards to $800 over the past 2 weeks.
Oh,
I made upwards.
Let's go!
Congrats. That's really good.
Nice.
Anyway, mwah. What did I miss? What did I
Damn.
But yeah, you guys are flying flying from hyperspace from Shelley to Coruscant. You've got about a couple of days worth of downtime by yourselves, the Slave One. If you want to take something within Boba's ship, you certainly welcome to try. It's not like he can stop
I'll
you, but
certainly try.
he may or may not
You're
do this.
you're a little bit low, Chase. By the way,
Oh, whoops. How's that?
That's better.
better.
I'll press the 4K button to make sure I'm extra loud.
It's okay.
okay.
But really all you missed is that Shiri contacted Obi-Wan and informed him that they are storming Mandalore and they'll join him on Jabim in a couple days.
I'm not gonna say we're gonna storm the gates, but I'm saying we're storming the gates.
I mean, he was okay with it because I promised to keep Satine safe, so
Yeah, no, that's fair.
he was like, all right, fuck him.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Fucking heads have that we don't.
he doesn't have any attachment to Corky. But
He has a lightsaber whip. He's fine.
yeah, boy can take care of himself.
I gave him that 20 episodes ago. He's Gucci.
But really, aside from Beren saying hello to Obi-Wan again, that was really it.
Yeah.
Hey, nice, cool.
Yeah,
Hell
we reconnected. It was very nice.
Reconnect. Kingdom Hearts. Love that.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
Exactly like Kingdom Hearts.
But yeah. But yeah, ship's basically on autopilot. If there's anything else you guys wanted to do while you have a moment alone before you're, with God how many knows fucking spying eyes on Coruscant.
Baron's just like, okay, like I've dropped that I know Obi-Wan in front of Shiri. Now I'm going back to cleaning my weapons because head empty.
you just spy on Patch, just like he's just cleaning his armor for like the 10th time over this trip.
I do want to talk to Beren at some point, though.
Yeah.
While we're flying.
Yeah, that's
Take the reins, boy.
Yeah.
Go wild.
So I'm assuming I can find him in like the armory or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Baron's
he'll be
not
down
trying to
there.
hide, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, weapons like all laid out, kind of maintenance and just making sure he's got enough slug ammo and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably moved over there because you saw Patch go in.
I think honestly, like Beren went in there and then Patch followed.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, I'd say
The
Patch.
honeymoon phase.
I feel like
Shiri's like Shiri like watches it happen, and then she's like, about to talk to Patch about something, like informing him, like, yeah, Brewster's not going to be on Coruscant when we and then she just walk away, and she's like, okay.
yeah, he turned around to talk to him. He's just
Young
gone.
love.
I think
It's like, I'll leave you two alone.
Yeah, you walk in and Beren is like talking to Patch about like more effective ways to like clean him and how to put on his armor like way quicker. Like as a Mandalorian, like he's pretty experienced in taking armor on and off quickly in situations. So like he'll just be like, hey, like here's a tip, like how to like undo your braces quickly and stuff.
Okay, I mean it's Kamino, and so I mean this is the first phase. I'm personally hopeful we'll be upgraded within the near future. It's
Beren, Ewan. Oh, Patch.
yes. We were just
Am I-
talking about.
Am I
Yeah, no.
I'm not interrupting anything, am I? I can come back later.
Beren, Patch just kind of looks to you, just like, is he interrupting something?
Beren smiles. Like, no, Beren, I think since, like, that moment on Shilly of, like, talking Raz down from doing something he might regret, he smiles, is genuinely happy to see Raz, and, he's like, oh, no, we're just talking, armor. Just talking shop.
So that's what they call it these days.
Yeah, that's what we call it these days. Fellas, is it gay to discuss armor with each other?
That's the new gay code. Come on, let's go in the back and discuss armor.
Hey, let me help you put on this armor so you can be better protected.
Let me show you how you can take it off quickly.
Oh, this armor around your glutes is so tight. We're gonna have to fix that, soldier.
Oh no, this armor has holes in it. Whatever shall we do?
Hey, soldier, could you help me? Could you help me cock this pistol? It's so heavy.
Okay, we're getting way off track.
All right, we're getting off track. I'm sorry.
That's incredible. But yeah, Baron's happy to see Raz. Like, you actually see Baron's kind of got the demeanor of how he acts around the younglings, like very open with Raz.
Huh. You see him like started to walk in a little nervous, but upon seeing you making that, seeing your expression brighten, he relaxes a bit and walks further into the room. Okay, cool. Yeah, I hope I'm not intruding. I just wanted to find you.
Sure, what can I help you with, Raz?
You see Patch just slowly steps backwards a little bit and he's just looks like he's just trying to stealth away from the conversation.
Yeah. I think Beren will offer him an out where he's just like, hey, like, catch you later kind of thing.
Oh.
So that Patch can be like, okay, I can escape now.
Yeah, he just like gives little finger guns and goes like, can do, will do. I'll go make sure Zomo is shut up. Good. Oh, all right. And he just kind of leaves.
Baron's just like, can't believe that's the man I've chosen. Yeah. There he is.
Whereas he kind of gives you like a smirk as Patch kind of, air quotes, discreetly walks off. He just kind of smirks at Beren.
Oh yeah, like Baron's like kind of open about it, like he's smiling at Patch, and you actually see like his Leku like kind of twitch as well, slightly.
I know that look.
Beren looks at him and goes, plays along with it. He's like, I had no idea what you're talking about.
Sure. For the record, I'm really happy for you two.
I'm happy too.
That's, not exactly what I came in here for, but... You can see he kind of shifts awkwardly and then just kind of leans against the wall across from you.
Yeah.
Arms crossed.
Beren will move in a bit closer, but enough that like he's still respecting Raz's space. And he says, well, what can I help you with, Attica?
I wanted to, first of all, thank you for what you did on Scylla. I almost lost it again. And probably would have done something stupid. So, thanks for stopping me.
The important thing is that you know you were about to do something stupid. And you stopped. That takes courage.
Thanks. Wasn't easy. That That man's responsible for a lot of pain in my past. And it all just kind of came out. But
I understand.
I also want to apologize, I guess. I didn't... You saw me use the Force for the first time, and you can probably tell it's not really used a lot by people who follow the light.
From what I saw, I understand that the force technique you used is common in Darjeti.
And what's that mean?
The opposite of a Jedi. Not exactly always a Sith, but someone who is not Jedi is what it means in Mandalorian.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're right on the money there. It's probably better you hearing this from me than anyone else, but I used to be a Sith. I'm not one anymore. Don't misunderstand, but their skills and techniques are still imbued within my ability to use the Force. I can use the light and the dark, but I trained on the wrong side for a while. For 8 years.
Nods, takes a moment to kind of take that in. And he says, we all get taught things. Some things are good, and some are bad. But it's how we use them that matters. You're a good kid. And you can do good things.
I'd like to hope I am. I'm trying to. Trying to make up for all the wrong I did. It's not always enough to others, but I'd like to think I'm making a difference. That's my goal, anyways. Making people's lives better.
Beren looks at Raz, and kind of tentatively, like in case Raz wants to push it away, reaches out to put a hand on Raz's shoulder.
He doesn't. He lets it happen.
Okay. And he says, from things I've done, what I've learned is you cannot always expect forgiveness from others. What's most important is that you forgive yourself and do better. And from what I've seen, Attica, you're a good kid. You really are. You're young. What you did before doesn't determine who you will be.
He kind of just takes a moment to let that sink in. Takes a deep breath. Yeah, the forgiving myself part is the hardest thing to do. But I'm trying.
You'll get there. We all do eventually. As long as we keep trying.
Thank you.
Anytime.
If you don't mind me asking, what does... You keep calling me Attica. What's that mean?
Oh, Beren gets like a little bit like thrown back at that because I don't think he's really realized he's been saying it. And he says it means, in a non-offensive term, a little one, an affectionate term. I apologize and won't call you it if that's...
No, it's not that. I just... He kind of rubs his neck a bit flustered, I guess. I guess I just wasn't expecting that. It's okay. I'm just not used to, not used to being given affection besides my team.
Beren just
And
like patiently
my VOD.
smiles. Oh, sorry. Carry on.
No, and my VOD on Coruscant.
Yeah, he like patiently smiles, and says, "I don't know if you've noticed, but Clanrin is very welcoming. And you are my friend."
Thank you. I'd like to call you my friend too.
And Beren says, "And maybe one day we will become Vod." And then he like kind of lowers his voice like playfully and says, "Maybe I'm a little bit biased, but I think you'd make a good Mandalorian."
Me, Mandalorian? I don't know about that.
He shrugs and says, "Yeah, it happened to me, and you saw Timio."
Yeah, but do Force people become Mandalorian?
Traditionally, no. Some clans still hold to the Jedi being the enemy of Mandalorians, but with Clan Rin, that is a thing of the past, and we should learn from it. And as you can see with our claiming of Shiri as the Mandalore, the rightful heir, we believe that working together with the Jedi will help Mandalore prosper.
Wise words.
Beren just says, "And if you ever change your mind, you would be welcome."
Does anyone... you say Clan Rin is welcoming to all, but how does that even work? How do people become part of clans in your culture?
Depends. Usually, you are either born a Mandalorian on Mandalore or within a clan already, or you, in case of Clan Rin, we still follow the traditional orphaned children and younglings become foundlings, and they can choose to stay or leave the clan when they come of age. But in Clan Rin as well, we also acknowledge and accept if any clones wished to join, our clan would accept them, as we consider them Vod. And sometimes we also take in people who've nowhere else to go, but wish to dedicate themselves to the Raziel.
And what exactly is the Rezo Dare? I hope I'm saying that right.
It is essentially the tenets of our way of life. And it translates to education and armor, self-defense, our tribe, our language, and our leader all help us survive. You promise yourself to the clan, and in this case, to Shir'iven.
I see. And those who are brought in without homes, do they need to leave their past behind them? Their attachments to past families?
No. Beren pauses for a moment and says, My becoming a foundling in Clanrin came pretty late in terms of how they take foundlings in. I was 10. And on Shilly, there was a drug cartel shootout. My parents were in the wrong place at the wrong time and were killed in the crossfire. The Mandalorians, specifically Cara Rin and who make up Clan Rin today, were sent in to deal with and eradicate the drug cartel. And Cara Rin took me in. And it was hard. I wasn't expected to pretend that my parents never existed. When I was of age, I returned to Shilly in my Mandalorian armor and killed a Nicole as part of my culture's tradition. And he points to the pauldron on his right shoulder that has the teeth embedded into it and a Nicole signet. And it wasn't until I was about 12 and fully settled into the clan that Cara Rin took me in as her son. And even then, she made it clear she was not there to replace my parents. But she was there to help continue what they'd already taught me.
I see. I'm glad she was able to do that. And I'm sorry for your loss.
He nods and says, "Thank you. From what I understand about the Jedi, attachments are not the norm. And they are, initiates are required to no longer have them. We in Clan Rim believe that's unhealthy, but it is not our way to demand that a different culture changes."
Fair enough. It's part of their rule of forbidden attachments. Is the reason why I can never see myself joining the Jedi. Even if I'm allied with them, I can't do it.
I
can't let go of... I can move on from what happened in my past, but I can't ever forget. He kind of just trails his fingers along one of his tattoos on his face. I can't forget my family. And I don't want to.
Beren nods, and you can really see in his face that he understands this, like, fully. And he looks you dead in the eye and says, there is no moving on. There is no getting over it or leaving it behind. There is just moving forward with it. Life begins again. It's different, but you don't have to leave everything behind. And you also don't have to let it define you.
And he just kind of makes a hollow chuckle at that, just kind of puts a hand over his face. I wish that were true. It's, I don't know, more complicated for me, I guess. Even if I try not to let it define me, every time I look in the mirror, it's staring at me. Not a day goes by that I don't think about it. I'm probably not making much sense, aren't I?
Smiles patiently, and just says, no, I understand. Most of my childhood was thinking, what if I had been there? I couldn't have stopped it. I know I couldn't have. I was 10. But there's still that thought that if I was there, I could have helped in some way. Even though logically, I know I couldn't. I probably would have been dead too. And it becomes easier. It becomes...
What the fuck is that you, Chase?
Emotional philosophical talk, random scream in the background. Sorry guys, Patch fell down the ladder.
I was looking at my phone because my boyfriend's having something. Oh my god! I didn't realize it was on.
Like, we'll retcon it as that was Patch falling down the stairs.
Yeah,
He's fine.
Yeah, Patch just found Patch found one of the bounties frozen in carbonite and just fucking had the chillest scream you've ever heard, Beren. And again,
Oh my god, I'm crying.
This like,
crying.
Is he okay?
like, I'm fine. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think this one's been here a few weeks. Oh god. Oh, he looks so cold. Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, you just hear Beren like under his breath, but it's very fun. He just goes "Dikut," like idiot.
Man, for like a near Captain Intelligence, Patch really does. He's just a him around there.
Bro, I'm fucking crying.
That was so good.
You can't script that, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, he's beautiful.
But yeah, Beren will say it becomes easier. Sometimes there are days where I can't look at myself because of shame, but holding on to the things that are bad, they become easier and you let them help navigate your actions. Like on Chile, you became angry and you attacked Zomo, almost did something that you would regret. But those actions that came before informed you that it wasn't worth it. It just becomes part of life. And that doesn't mean you can't be a good person and you can't have a normal life And he jokingly adds, and you can't fall in love with someone, you know? Even if that someone is a complete dickut. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But a really damn good medic.
Agreed.
You're gonna have to teach me some Mandoa, cause I'm not. I'm sorry. I wish I could understand some of the phrases you're saying.
Beren smiles. He's like, yeah, sure. If that's what you want.
Yeah, I'd like that. And thank you. It's hard,
Beren. Yeah.
I'm glad I have someone else to talk to about this.
Beren, will give you like a kind of firm pat on the shoulder, like kind of squeeze your shoulder gently, and says, "You're gonna go far. You really will, Attica. And I will be there to support you if you need me."
I really appreciate that, Beren. Thank you. And he kind of grips your other shoulder tight.
And then Beren just grins, and says, "Hey, ever fired a slug pistol?"
No, I haven't.
Come on,
Kind
I'll
of
show
want
you.
to, though.
He goes and picks up one of his weapons and fills it with a couple of rounds.
And like you just hear Patch from down goes like, "Give a count this time, Beren." Thing nearly blew my eardrums out unless you fired that thing. Ah!
Falls down another flight of stairs.
Why would the slave one need stairs?
Oh,
You know what I mean? The stupid, like, I say
canon
stairs.
now.
I say stairs, but I mean like the stupid ladder hatch things. And every time I just keep going, no, stairs. Even though, stairs wouldn't be on a fucking spaceship.
But yeah.
But yeah. Beren will, teach you how to fire a slug pistol and also teach you some Mandoa while he's at it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll say you got a couple of days of that going. Like you won't get proficient in Mandoa with the slug pistol, but I'll say you're about halfway there in each.
You get conversational.
Yeah.
You can do.
You could talk
Cool.
You could reasonably talk to a foundling in Mandoa.
Yes.
Nice. I'll take it.
And while you're firing the slug pistol, Beren will put his helmet on your head, even though it doesn't really fit. So you can use the target tracker on it to aim better.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, firing the slug pistol. I will say, it's definitely a lot weirder because one, you're not used to shots being this loud, but also so much more kickback, even on a simple hand pistol equivalent. This thing is strong, and you see the hole clearly goes through, and there's actually you see a cartridge. Raz has never dealt with slug anything before. Maul just told you this is the one weapon you are supposed to avoid because you can't deflect these things.
Yeah, Baron's babbling on about hey, watch, dampen the recoil and stuff like that, and also is talking about now these are super effective against people who have lightsabers and lightsaber weapons, because when you fire them and they deflect, the bullet shatters and they get multiple pieces going into them rather than just the one. And Baron's just saying this it's conversational.
Oh, yeah.
Beren really out here just sort of the Jedi's deflect lasers. Okay, have fun with this buckshot.
Baron's just I like this child. I will now teach them how to use a very dangerous weapon.
You know what's stronger than a regular laser blaster? A 700 Nitro Express loaded into a 1912.
You're lucky you're teaching a kid who has an affinity with guns.
Baron's just
that came out wrong.
Baron's just parry this, you fucking casual.
I'll show you how to do a fucking infinite.
Deflection, my ass.
But yeah, I will say, is there anything else, Shir'iven or Viper, you guys want to do in the downtime?
I'm flying the ship. I'm doing my part.
Okay.
Head empty, only space.
Exactly. That call's still
hmm.
on my mind. Oh well, I'm sure it'll fix itself out in no time.
Yeah.
I agree. I gotta ask because I got.
Oh, you want to talk to Viper?
Well, I want to ask Shuri. Do you have anything first?
No, not really, because we're gonna have a lot of shit to do once we. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff to do once I get to Coruscant. So.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Like,
Speaking of guns,
figuring out what to do with Obi-Wan and stuff. Yeah.
this might be a fun segue.
Oh God.
Hopefully this doesn't take too long, but just for funsies, we're just gonna talk to Viper. He's gonna meander over to the cockpit.
Like a kid in the back seat.
Raz just gives like the Anya face is from fucking Spy X Family. Hold on, I'll see if I can fucking find it.
Are we there yet?
Yeah, it's this fucking face. As he's, like,
That's not his face. That's my face.
But yeah, Viper, you just like are flying the ship and like you just like hear a little, and you see Raz is just like peering into the cockpit.
Just sort of looks over and just sort of like, Raz, make yourself in. Just sort of like waves him in.
Well, he'll make himself comfortable. Hey, Viper. Didn't really get a chance to talk with everything going on. But,
yeah, it's bit of... Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's been definitely the strangest last few days, I'll admit.
Thank you. It's quite an understatement for a lot of us, but we're managing.
I mean,
You like what you saw in Chile? You looked like you were having fun.
No, it was nice. Granted, this is like, what, the third time you've encountered a Mandalorian, so, is it weird to say I'm starting to get used to it?
No, actually. Beren's been teaching me a bit of, shooting with a slug pistol and teaching me Mandoa, so you're not the only one who's kind of getting accustomed to their ways.
And again, that seems to be par for the course, so to say. Just one day we're working for the Galactic Republic. Next thing you know, boom, we're thrown into another third-party society. But that seems to be the will of the Galactic Republic, doesn't it? As long as we're helping people, I think we're doing a good job as is. Better them on our side than the other way around.
Couldn't agree more. And it's for a good cause, too.
Agreed.
And he eyes at your belt, and he's like, I saw you hit that off with the, one of those Morgukai warriors. What is that?
Oh, shoot, the belt that I stole off of one of them. What did that do? I know I stole a weapon, but I also stole...
No, this is the paralyzing pistol.
Oh! That!
That's why I'm doing the face.
Oh, the one that they had or the one that Palpatine got?
The one that Palpatine gave you.
Ah! Oh, this, well, funny enough, this was, a gift from the Chancellor, of all people.
The Chancellor?
Yeah, it's, I'll make a long story short. We have been talking. Nothing too serious.
Talking?
He's just been commending me on my efforts, and after the whole, after the incident with, that you-know-who, and you-know-what, I had to keep very hush-hush, and, well, mission success, and I think he trusted me with something. I don't know what, but he gave me this as a sign of good fortune.
Huh. with something.
I don't know, but it's got to be good, right? I mean, look at who we've trusted so far. The council isn't exactly in. Well, at least some of them aren't in the best mind. I mean, I know some of the councils aren't in the best mind, and just with everywhere we go to, it seems like we find more enemies than our allies, rather than allies than our enemies. So it's just, I don't know.
You're not wrong about the council. I mean, from what Shiri said, there's few exceptions, but most of them, I don't like their way of handling things, but don't take this the wrong way, and that gun is very effective.
Oh,
I mean, I saw what it did, but be careful around him. The Chancellor.
I know.
I know Arvad. They trust what he's doing. They think he's doing it. He's doing it for a good reason, but
That business on Jakku still.
it's on Jakku. Did I ever tell you exactly what we talked about beforehand?
Honestly, the days go by so fast, so I might have forgotten it. Just run me up to speed.
To make a long story short, me and Soren were summoned to his office before we departed to Jakku. Since we were candidates for his Star Savior program.
I remember hearing that word from one of you. Yeah, what was that about?
He was recruiting potential bodyguards, non-clones and non-Jedi, just agents.
And if
He said it was for protection that the others couldn't handle, but everyone's capable. So I don't know why it was just listed to us, agents. Soren tried to look into it and didn't get anywhere. But
there might be pieces on the chessboard he isn't revealing to us yet.
maybe. Anyway, we were summoned, and we were talking strategy about how to handle Jakku. And he asked me personally if he thought if there were any sorcerers that were willing to turn themselves in, if they should take them in alive. I told him that as long as they're willing to change, if they're willing to stand down and give us the information to help, then he'd spare them. And you know what happened.
Yeah.
He told me to my face that they were gonna get a pass, and he orders their execution anyway. Feels like I got stabbed in the back.
Viper just sort of like, his eyebrows furrow as he's trying to just sort of like really wonder what Palpatine's motive is really about this, and he just shakes his head and just sort of like,
I think it's safe to say I think it's safe to both of us that we can agree that there's more to Palpatine than meets the eye, but I'd say let's keep on his good side for the time being. There's already enough people prying eyes at us, especially the council with more of the clone army, and who knows what Palpatine's planning, but I think we should just lay low, see where this takes us, and well, we'll figure it out when we get there, right? That's what we always seem to do, right?
Ain't that the truth?
Listen, about me and Palpatine, I made sure to put in good words for everyone. I advocated a lot for you and Shir'iven and even Soren, wherever he may be. Just I'm doing this for all of us.
Thank you. I knew he didn't really trust me after our last talk, so I don't know what plans he has for me, but just be careful around him.
I will.
He trusts you, which might help, but try not to fall in too deep.
In character, I'm just sort of like, oh yes, absolutely. Outside of character, I'm just like, oh, you poor fool.
Yeah. Being head of secret police, I think that's pretty goddamn deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, ironic.
So,
Anyway, he puts a hand on your shoulder, Raz, and just gives you a solemn nod and just sort of like he will do as such.
Yep, and he'll give you a... He still looks worried, but he gives an attempt at a smile and nods his head, kind of grabbing and shaking your arm firmly.
all right.
I love it. I love internal discourse. I love it.
So, we'll fast forward a little bit. You guys are at this point. I'll say you've gotten through like the security rigmarole as like you're flying through to Coruscant, like you're escorted by clone transports, some gunships, we'll say. And where are you guys landing? Like, are you guys landing like closer to the Jedi Temple, the Senate building, the clone barracks, or like where are you guys looking to go first?
Everyone just turns to Viper, who's flying. Where we going, man?
Well, Shiri needs
Where are we
to,
dropping, boys?
Where we dropping, boys?
Shiri needs to go to the council to kind of like give them all the information that she still held on to about the Morgukai and everything. Because she still had that dagger on her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Does-
Actually,
does-
Shiri is going. I don't know if she's gonna say anything about the Zomo interrogation, but Raz
might be best to as well.
Yeah, I think Raz is gonna join because he did get some additional info when you were making that call, so he wants to kind of update them too.
Do you want Beren to come because of the Morgukai stuff?
Beren is more than welcome to come, but
Okay.
just I don't know what's gonna happen.
I mean, neither.
I've got a plan for how Beren will behave, and it's fairly civil, so don't worry.
I've got a plan too. Don't worry.
I've got a plan too. I'm just gonna walk in there like I own the place.
Okay, this can only go well.
I'm gonna plan if things go bad. Don't worry.
All right. So I'll say you guys are like flying over to the Jedi Temple, and I'll say like you guys are like landed there, and like some temple guard will arrive, and one of them actually you recognize their voice, Raz, through the vocoder. It is Digeg, and she appears to be in full
Oh!
She's in full Jedi temple guard armor, and she's like,
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Nice.
Shiri kind of clocks in. She's like, she's actually stunned for a moment. She's like, "You've really come into your own, haven't you?"
Oh yes, master. As like she like just takes the mask off for a little bit and goes like, "I'm sorry. We haven't exactly been in constant communication.
You're
but
fine.
I need to pull up that guy's name again. But the head of the temple guard is is quite strict when it comes to training, and he has certainly pushed me to new limits, I would say. As like you notice, like she's gotten like slightly buffer, and like she's like even like like she's had like a bit of a spurt both in like physical and like she's like stronger in the force. Even like it's very slight, but like it's a reasonable difference you can sense from her. And
I'm
Nice.
glad with how much you've grown, Digeg, in such a short amount of time.
Yes, master. As then Diga will just kind of go to you, Raz, and immediately like sort of give you a light jab in the arm.
Like, first off, like, once he sees that this is Digig with the mask off, he's kind of speechless. Just like, internally, he's like, wow. And then once he gets jabbed, ow! Okay, we're gonna have to talk about our friendly greetings every time we bump into each other.
Well, next time you won't disappear for nearly a week, and you still owe me that ride around the city.
I do, and I plan to. This just came up out of nowhere. I'll make it up to you, I promise.
And who is as like Beren, like Digig starts pointing to you.
He's got his helmet on just in case that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll say like since like you've never met Digig before, she is kind of this orange skin Togrutan, like Kit Fisto's race, and like, but she's like most like 90% of her body is covered in like the traditional like Jedi Temple Guard armor, but like she's just sort of like lifting her mask for the time being, just like, you know, seeing you guys, and she just kind of like looks in point, like leans towards Raz, like, who is this person?
You haven't met. Digig, this is Beren. Beren Nim. Kind of a long story, but they're Mandalorian.
Oh, I'm surprised you were able to bring one this far.
We helped them when they were captured by Professor Selmo. It's a long story, but they're helping us.
Oh, well, it's like Beren just kind of like gets close. Diga gets closer to you, Beren, and goes, well, I hope Raz hasn't been too much of a handful.
Rather the contrary, we get on very well. And he like inclines his helmet towards Raz.
Yeah, he is.
Well, he kind of rubs his neck awkwardly, smiling.
Like Diga just kind of like leans into you and whispers like, he's a bit slow when it comes to learning from the books, but when it comes to physical training, he is in a league of his own, I would say.
Beren says, yeah, I believe I've discovered that.
And then like she puts back on the mask and goes like, would you like to be? The council wishes to see you, Shir'iven.
Yes, I'm ready.
And Digig and another temple guard will escort the four of you off into the main council chambers, as you have basically like the whole council room, and it looks like they're just about to finish a call with Obi-Wan and Anakin, as like they're just coming through to Jabim, and like their transmission ceases, and like all like the council like turn to the four of you, and then I'll say Kiadi Mundi just kind of looks to you, Beren, and goes like, well, isn't this quite a surprise?
Just Beren walking in like, hey everybody, it's me, your favorite boy, and Kiadi Mundi just going, get the fuck out.
Oh my god.
It's so true.
If I could animate, I would so animate that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But
Yeah, I think Beren's kind of playing it cool, like impassive. That's why he's got his helmet on.
But underneath the helmet, you're just like fuming at this literal
Underneath
dickhead.
the helmet, he is like, you can hear it from his chest, but it's quiet enough that it doesn't come through the vocoder. Like a deep like growl, very low.
Can Shiri hear that?
Like people close to him, like I would say within like a foot or something, would be able to hear it.
Yeah, so Shiri like will kind of hear that, and she places a hand on his shoulder. She's like, "We'll be here for a moment."
He nods, you know.
Down.
Sit, boy.
Beren, don't embarrass the family, or you'll go in the car.
Do you want me to say? I will send you in the slave one right now, young man.
God.
Oh,
Do not piss on the boomer's leg. Don't do it.
And Shiri Shiri, without missing a beat though, she pulls the dagger out from the inside of her robes and she brings it over to Yoda.
Yeah, he'll like from his chair like sort of like float the dagger over closer to him and goes like,
True cortosis this is. The statements, the videos you have shared, true they seem to be. In return, the Morgukai have.
and like the council's like just all sort of just like a bit like just kind of looking at each other and across just like it is like just weirdly tense, and like even Peel kind of pipes up being like,
Are we simply going to just ignore the fact that a Mandalorian who referred to this council as stupid is appeared in our midst?
Oops.
He was.
Beren,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah, you go to say, "Oh no, he was," and Beren steps forward.
oh,
At that, he does the traditional like hand over chest bows, and surprisingly, you guys would notice it's kind of a strained voice because you actually know Beren, but he'd be like, "I wish to apologize for my outburst. Things on Mandalore have been tense, and I pushed my feelings onto you."
I'll say like in response to that, Plo Koon will sort of pipe up being like,
Their planet has been under siege, and the situation on Mandalore is not as simple as we once thought. I'd say you best forgive her, even.
even just kind of scoffs and sits back in his chair. And Mace Windu just goes like, "Be that as it may, situation on all fronts is getting more difficult. We're slowly gaining headway in the war, but things are appearing too easy, at least from our perspective." And Yoda chimes in again like,
The shroud of the dark side, an effect this has on us. Our vision, clouded it is.
When it comes to separatists, as soon as we landed, we brought Dr. Zomo into prison. He's under our capture now, and we found out some information. They're targeting the transportations and builds out of Jabim. Obi-Wan and his fleet were warned prior to us landing on Coruscant, so he is of full knowledge. And I've even sent part of my army to aid in his quest.
like Yoda just kind of like strokes his chin a little bit, being like,
Both your forces, enough to deal with this threat. Will they be?
and I'll say Operancesis will be like,
If the Separatists intend to take Jabim by full force, they will have a difficult. They will not be sending only one battalion. They will be sending their best minds for that system.
What was the other information that he was targeting?
oh yeah, they were targeting Jabim, Jabim, Mandalore, Camino, Coruscant, and
Anaxis.
Anaxis, yes.
We don't know if they had ties with the Mandalorian War, right?
With the Separatists? No.
Yep.
No,
Okay.
you do not.
All right. Well, Shiri relays the various planets that Zomo revealed in their plans that we found out about to the council. And she even relays like how much time they've set back the Morgukai in their journey into aiding the Separatists for now.
And we'll say Master Rowe, the the Gamorrean Jedi
Mhm.
will be like, situations they're getting quite bold for being pushed back so much. The Mandalorian trainers have made our clones much better than even the start of the war. It'd be a big gamble to try to take Camino, all those planets in one fell swoop.
They're probably starting off small, aiming for any place that is targeted by simple things or might be a hotspot for the war. Perhaps they're targeting Jabim mainly because of the transport. Mandalore perhaps to even get a hand of their Beskar. It's why it's another good reason that I'm going to stop by Mandalore before I make my way to Jabim to aid in Obi-Wan's efforts.
Beren will speak again, and say, "If it pleases you, masters, I can send out members of my clan from Nar Shaddaa. The underbelly tends to carry a lot of secrets, and exchanging of certain goods concerning the war effort."
And I'll say, Kit Fist will pipe me like, and where would you send these operatives of yours to fight alongside Master Kenobi?
If the Mandalore, and he looks to Shiri, and says, "If the Mandalore wishes it, it will be done."
And Shakti sort of chimes in, being like, I'm sorry, friend, but you understand that Master Shir'iven cannot accept the title of Mandalore. A Jedi has never been such a thing in thousands of years. Since your culture divorced from the Order.
Beren will say, "We have come to an understanding, Shir'iven and my clan. She will take the mantle for now. We will unify Mandalore and the clans, resolve all issues there, and she will then pass the title on to someone else. Someone who can be trusted. But it is of my opinion, masters, that a Jedi Mandalore would be good for my planet. We have the Darksaber. It requires a Force user to wield it well."
Plo Koon will sort of chime, being like, I appreciate your devotion and sentiment to your clan, and you are a capable warrior from what I have heard from both Shir'iven and Master Kenobi. However, I do fear the reputation of the Council if one of our own is destined to rule them, and the reputation that entire culture brings to the Council, I fear it might not bode well with the populace.
Is that
Master,
Coon or is that Windu?
Windu.
Okay.
Master, if I may, I believe having a Jedi ruling in tandem with Mandalorians is a positive thing. Clan Rin and the members that have married into us or bonded with us in other ways agree that the past of Mandalorian and Jedi as natural enemies should be left behind. Mandalore cannot prosper unless it is willing to work alongside people like the Jedi.
And Windu will just sort of look to you, Sheriff, and goes, this is ultimately your decision, Master Shir'iven. If you do intend on taking the title, there will be a vote on this council if we would allow you to occupy both roles. However, if not, then you will leave them to govern their own peoples. And Yoda will chime in as well, being like,
Aligned with the Republic, they must be. Falling into separatist hands, the Mandalorians must not.
Shiri looks to Beren at that moment before looking back at the council. Before I come to my decision, I wish to see the state of Mandalore for myself. And I wish to see where this war will take us in the next few days. I have explained to Beren since he has revealed to me that he knew of my efforts on Mandalore and what's happened all those months ago. I couldn't accept it. My place is here with the Council. We're trying to rebuild the Republic after this war, assuring that people are safe. If I'm not able to balance both, then I believe I shall remain with the Council. But I just do not know as of yet.
Kiadi Muni would chap up being like, this is a ridiculous conversation. We are Jedi. We do not concern our matters with these brutes. They are beneath our notice. As long as their government is aligned with us, then it matters not to me how their own kind behave, as long as they stay out of our way.
Mormon. That's the Mormon.
Whoa. Beren,
Shiri, before anything happens, Shiri places a hand on Baron's shoulder, like, he's not worth it. He's not worth it.
Oh
But
shit.
Beren does speak up in like a very like highly strained voice, like anyone would notice it's strained now, and says, "Excuse me, Master. Correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the main tenets of being a Jedi is to be compassionate. I don't see that in anything you're saying."
And like the council just all like kind of a hush as Mundi just kind of goes like, compassion is a tenet, but ultimately we follow the will of the Force. If it dictates that your planet must suffer a fate, that we cannot save it, then by the will of the Force it must be. That is not within our control.
Then may I ask, sir, was it the will of the Force that you brutally attacked me, severed my Leku, while I was trying to rescue younglings from the midst of a battle you was causing?
Got you there. She has.
At that, Raz has been trying to put on this calm mask and just like this kind of diplomatic presence. At the mention of that, he turns to Beren and then to Kiadi Mundi. What?
Explain that.
And,
shit.
imagine the same tone as Anakin from Revenge of the Sith. What?
No, whenever I hear that, I immediately think it's like, it really hurt me to put a tumor in her head.
God damn it.
What?
I'm serious.
Keanu
Yeah,
was like,
Beren-
I know that sounds bad. Raz just force lightnings his ass.
Same energy.
Beren will say, did you explain that in your report back to the council, Master Mundi?
Yoda will sort of look to me like, did not. He did not.
Shiri, at this point, she's like, her Leiku are kind of like twitching because she's like feeling the fucking tension of the room now. And she just like, she's just gonna do that silent little step back. Like, this isn't her fucking fight now. Her hands go into her sleeves. I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything, but I'm going to sit here recording it on my phone.
Then Raz's next statement is gonna be, he will like cross his arms, look at Kiadi Mundi knowingly, not antagonistic, but just expecting him to talk, and will just, after Yoda's comment, he'll say, yes, maybe you should elaborate to the council.
And it's like Mace Windu pops and goes like, enough. As like then like sort of a seat will like come up from like the middle of the council. Be like, take a seat, Beren.
If there's any like
How can I be on the council and not be a master? It's not fair.
Yeah, so like, at that point, as soon as the chair rises, Shiri like lowers her head and she goes to her normal seat
Beren
just to allow Beren and Raz the floor.
Yeah.
Beren will take off his helmet, revealing his face, like scowling at Kiarimundi, and then nods to Windu, and he does sit like as he does, like there's all this clanking of like weapons and armor.
Man, our temple guard really should have confiscated those from
Hey
you.
man, weapons are part of my religion. They can't do that.
She was distracted. She was talking to he was talking to the temple guard was talking to her boyfriend.
Damn right.
Yeah. And Mace Windu will just like look to you, Beren, with like he's trying his best to like, it's the look of almost embarrassment, but also like anger at Kiarimundi, just like, I can't believe you put me in this motherfucking situation.
You fucking bitch.
Like, I am terribly sorry of Kiarimundi's irrational behavior. And like Kiarimundi's like, what would you do if you were in my situation? She was coming as she was going to attack, and like Mace Windu's like just raises his finger, like, shut the fuck up. That's him.
Bitch.
This is you're listening now. You don't get to talk anymore.
He puts his hands.
It's fucking Mr. Incredible to Buddy. You're not affiliated with me.
puts his hands together. He's like, boy, if you don't.
You're not affiliated with me.
And Raz is gonna stand next to Beren, who I assume is seated at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, Mace Windu goes on being like, I'm terribly sorry for Kiarimundi's behavior. He is typically not like this, but he has a rather dogmatic approach to the tenants. We will discuss the matter of his seating on this council, as that is not within our standing, and that is certainly not the behavior of any Jedi that I would recognize.
Nods. He says, I accept your apology, Master Windu. But I do expect a sincere apology from Master Mundi. And, may I add, in your investigation of this case, that you also refer to a report filed by Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
As Mace Windu just like sighs and goes like, he did file a report a while ago, and might not have given the entirety of the details. And, and at the mention of, like, him apologizing, Mundi goes like, well, I'm sure this is the part, young Mandalorian, where you learn the tenet of patience. As I was right in my actions at the moment, and in the end, you proved useful.
And growls, like actually full-on growls.
And like
Raz?
Mace Windu again, just like this time stares daggers at Mundi.
Like literally just the dude.
This is like motherfucker.
At this point, Raz.
Everyone's just angry. Shiri's just like, I'm sitting here, minding my own business.
She's chilling.
Oh yeah, I'll say like as like all this is going down, Mastro's like leaning toward he's sitting right next to you, Shir'iven, and he goes like, I don't know this Mando very well, but I like the cut of his jib. No one gets under Kiari's skin better than this little fucker.
And Sherry's like, she has like a fucking like, you know, like that fucking quick little sly smirk on her face to not interrupt anything. He can definitely like fucking tell it, and she, you know, she's like trying not to fucking like she's playing up a poker face for everyone else.
And Beren will like incline his head towards Raz.
And
You want to speak.
Yeah, at this point, he's clenching his fist onto your chair behind you, like behind your head, Beren.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get this straight.
Oh, fuck.
You. And he stares. He is staying as composed and as calm as he can possibly be. But he stares daggers at Kiadi-Mundi. You're telling me that a Jedi of your position who swore an oath to protect people of the galaxy, to be keepers of the peace, blindly attacks an unknown individual trying to save children, and you thought they were the enemies without any information beforehand. I don't know about you, but that doesn't scream peaceful to me.
Yoda just chimes in being like, "At ease, young one. Discuss this matter. In time we will. Important for the moment, it is not. Time wasted with petty squabbles this is."
No, and... You know what? Fuck it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry in advance, Jinkles. He cannot stay silent on this.
Oh no.
Beren actually agrees with Yoda at this point. He's like, yeah, okay, like, I understand Mandalore's more important, and then meanwhile Raz is like, I'm about to go out.
Oh no.
I got some shit to say.
See, at that point when she sees that Raz is like fuming, Shiri leans over back to what's his name?
Master Rowe.
Just wait for it.
Oh no! Oh god! Right,
She kind of like gives him that look like shit's about to go down.
He does like that one cat face from Puss in Boots. Oh! But yeah, the floor is yours, Raz.
He looks at Yoda, again, with respect, but no intention of backing down yet. With all due respect, Master Yoda, no. I don't think it's not important. You Jedi claim to be keepers of the peace, swore an oath to protect everyone in the galaxy, not just in the Republic. And all you care about is your own squabbles within the war, within the factions of the Separatists and the Republic. There are people out there affected by this war, unaffiliated with either side, and you're doing nothing. Your past grievances with the Mandalorians should be just that. Past grievances. Times are changing, and you need to move on and adapt. To protect everyone's best interests, not just your own. If you could give me a second chance, why not them? Why not help them because it's right? Or did you just bring me in because you thought I'd be useful to your war?
Ooh, no.
Am I wrong?
It's like an awkward silence for like almost a fat fucking minute.
As that rant was going on, like the more anger that came into Raz's voice, like Beren just, puts a hand on Raz's like forearm, like his little wrist.
Yeah, and he takes a breath, calms himself. after that minute of just the council not speaking up, he says, I rest my case. And he is going to walk over to Shir'iven.
And like Yoda will be like, no. And just like he'll sort of like beckon you to come back to the center.
He stops, looks around, and walks over to him. He doesn't flinch. He stands his ground.
And he'll sort of so he'll get up from his chair and like sort of waddle over with his cane and sort of like lightly like sort of just point your direction and be like,
Absolutely right. You are, young one. Strayed from the path we have. This war affected our tenants and our minds greatly, it has.
and then Yoda just goes like,
Petition to remove Master Mundi from the council.
and then
Holy shit!
Mind you, like Shiri's just fucking, like, she hears that, she looks to Ro quickly before looking to the fucking middle of the room, like, oh.
and
I know.
Viper makes that fucking face that Miles Edwards does in that one video. You know the one, just like the glasses down, just like, huh? And then just softly to himself, just
What
like,
the fuck is going on in here on this day?
and then softly just sort of like, they can do that?
yeah, I mean, like, Yoda called for a petition to remove, so yeah, like
Even Beren shocked at that.
So yeah,
Baron's shocked.
the vote's
Man, if they were
happening.
gonna do it,
Sorry.
man, if they were gonna do that, I would have had that rampant earlier.
But yeah, the vote's happening right this second, Shir'iven. And
Shiri
also,
raises her hand.
I'm gonna need just general charisma checks from Beren, Raz, and Shiri.
Yeah, please.
Do you know what? It would help if I actually had a dice. 1 second.
The roll 20.
I didn't think to
working?
get them because we've
Seems to be
been
good.
like roll 20 keeps like crashing my internet for some reason.
Okay. Yep.
That is a 14.
All right. Not too bad average wise. It's it's
Charisma is Baron's dump stat. So
It's fine, so is mine.
Alright.
So I know your pain.
Yeah. I'll say with that,
A 16 and a 17. Ooh,
yeah,
that's big.
so that is a yes from Yoda. That is a yes from Master Ro. That is... Fuck it, that's a yes from Plo Koon and Mace Windu.
Shiri, obviously.
Yes, that's a yes from Shiri.
damn.
I'll say that is a no from East Koth.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, jeez.
And a no from Kiadi Mundi.
I was about to say no from Kiadi Mundi. Not East Koth. Fucking Even Peel. No. From
Oh,
them.
of course.
Yeah,
That asshole.
Baron's just like sat there in shock as like hands are being raised. Like, damn, I didn't think my actions would actually have consequences.
Entering the council, who could it be? All 7 of Kiad Mundi's wives. They wish to change.
They all come in and immediately divorce his ass.
Oh, a political RKO out of nowhere.
Okay. It's gonna be a yes from Shock T. That's gonna be a Stacey 10. Nah, that's gonna be a no from him.
Can't wait for Kiadi Mundi to go into his "she took the fucking kids" arc
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
with all of his 7 wives.
Fucking kids, yeah? Now I'm crying. Gotta let her live, yeah?
That's gonna be a no from Opal Rancesis. Okay, I'm gonna roll for Kit Fisto and East Koth because I think it's pretty much dead even, almost.
Now I have to draw Kiadi-Mundi as a divorced dad.
Yeah, that's gonna be a yes from both of them.
Oh, man.
Kiadi-Mundi has been fucking yeeted from the council. It's like, and like as the hands for eyes are raised.
Oh my god! Like even Beren's shocked at this.
Oh, sorry, you had something, Chase?
Oh, sorry,
Just
Chase.
say, just like, all right, and then the council just like ships him out from the airlock and text appears Kiadi-Mundi was the imposter.
I'll just be 1 second because my cat wants to go out. Sorry.
No worries, no worries.
Good.
But yeah, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yeses for removing Kiadi from the council.
Yeah, Raz looks shocked as well.
Oh shit.
He did not expect any of this to happen.
Wait a minute. Does that mean Obi-Wan's probably gonna be on the council soon? Let's go!
But yeah, Kiadi-Mundi just kind of like looks at disdain at Beren and
And what, bitch?
he just clutches his fist.
It's that picture of I can't remember the names of the characters, but from It's Always Sunny, it's like, oh boo-hoo, does somebody fuck around and find out?
Somebody run out of crack.
No, it's more like, boo-hoo, let me play the world's smallest violin.
Did we play you a sad song on the world's smallest violin?
But yeah, Kiadi just like staring daggers at you, Beren, and Raz, and the rest of the council's like raising their hands as he stands up and goes,
Beren's shocked. Like, Beren's looking at Kiadi like he can't believe that just happened. Beren's unsettled at that.
He's gonna stand up and be like, this is outrageous. This is unfair. He's like,
oh my god.
I have been standing on this council for decades. You vote me out because of the actions I do to this one Mandalorian. Ridiculous. Fine, if it is the will of the Force that I need not be on this council, then so be it. I wish you luck in the rest of this conflict. As he just leaves the council chambers.
Just before he leaves, Beren kind of like quips to him, even though he's shocked, he's just gonna be like, then I hope you learn the tenet of patience. Flips the bird at him. Fuck you.
You actually flip the bird at him?
He does not do that. He's still kind of shocked, and like he says that as like it kind of just comes out, you know, when you just blurt something. Yeah, he just kind of says that, and then looks surprised that he even said it.
Raz will just put a gentle hand on your shoulder.
Yeah, Beren's going through it emotionally at the minute.
Yeah. Kiadi-Mundi just is like staring daggers at you as he's leaving the room. And like giving almost like he doesn't say it, but his look gives the vibe of like, this isn't over, bitch.
Chuckles nervously, I'm in danger. Oh man.
But yeah.
Oh.
And then as he leaves the room and like then Yoda just stands up going, concluded with that matter we have. Satisfied, are you, Raz?
I don't know. I didn't actually think I'd get this far.
He's shocked at this sudden shift of change, but once Yoda speaks to him, he just shakes out of his stupor for a moment and just breathes out infinitely. Yoda.
Now, on to the other matter. If Shiri is to accept the role of Mandalore, allow it, will we?
So I'm just gonna remove Kiadi-Mundi from the poll because his vote literally does not matter anymore. What the fuck, guys?
I did not expect that to happen.
Bro, same.
hey, you guys brought up like pretty damn good cases like against him. Like, yo, like this guy's kind of a dick. Why is he on the council again?
Yeah, and so I like, oh, I feel bad like using Obi-Wan as evidence because he's gonna come back and be like, hey guys, what did I miss?
He's like,
Like everything's on fire.
No,
that like one
literally-
image of him returning
literally
with
when he
pizza,
brought up-
everything's on fire.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought of the moment you said Obi-Wan. I was like, it's literally that fucking scene in Community.
Yeah.
He's just
Exactly.
gonna come back and be like, surprise, you just
Ra-
got promoted.
It's Kiadi Mundi on fire with Raz and Beren like beating him with towels.
But yeah, so now the vote is if basically like now up to vote if a Jedi can accept the title of Mandalore. Like it's already a no from like Beren, you know, like at least the clans on Mandalore, they're not going to accept it, but this is now just up to the Jedi Council if they will allow it.
Can Beren like speak on behalf of the case for Sherry at this point? Like, can he just make some points or?
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah, he'll pick up like the whole like Jedi and Mandalorian should like team together. He says like, I believe it will not only bring unity to Mandalore, but it will rectify the mistakes that Clan Kryze has made through Satine's constant choice to stay neutral and pacifist. One cannot always resort to pacifism, and we would like to align with the Republic. We may not agree with all of your values, but I believe Mandalore will be protected and can aid the Republic, especially if led by a Jedi.
And Yoda goes on to say, protected each other we have. The system, relatively quiet it has been. Martial law has been declared.
Yes. Civil war is brewing.
If restore the balance, Shir'iven will. And I, from you, myself, you have.
And that's gonna be another eye from Master Ro. Go ahead and give me a general charisma check. Or persuasion.
Should I roll it too?
Yeah, I'll say sure, since you've also made good case.
Persuasion. I got a +1 to that. That's a 15.
Oh yeah, 15. All right, so that'll be a yes from Master Ro and Yoda. Plo Koon will say yes as well. East Koth will say yes. Shakti will say yes.
Yes, Shakti, Togrutans bond together.
Yeah, it's pretty much everyone barring Oppo Noi. Now, pretty much only Even Peel is the only no in the room.
Yeah, I think Beren wouldn't hold it against him. Like, he kind of, I think, understands from the kind of read that he got from that master that, like, yeah, he understands that he may have concerns.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and and Yoda goes like,
Eyes, have it they do. If accept the rule you do, Shir'iven. Our blessing you have.
I appreciate it, Master Yoda. And I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you. And Shiri bows her head.
Go. Prepare for Mandalore you must. Decide on a replacement we shall. Any candidates recommend you do?
Lord, you know I'm about to say it.
I mean, I still got Az, you know.
Obi-Wan
Yeah.
Kenobi, a Disney Plus original series. Watch now. Episodes available.
Streaming
like to
now on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
I would actually like to extend my suggestion to Obi-Wan. He got me here. I wish to return the favor.
And you'll hear pretty much from, yeah, I'd say Even Peel, Operensis, and East Koth, and Master Ro will also, they will say, they actually counter with, all 4 of them are saying that Ponkrell should be offered the position.
Oh, I thought that he was fucking offered it already.
Oh no, Ponkrell's not in the council.
Beren will speak up at that and say, I have met Obi-Wan Kenobi. He is a noble warrior, and I believe after the situation that Ki-Adi-Mundi caused, that a diplomat such as himself would be a very useful asset.
A famed negotiator, Kenobi is. A soft voice he has, but also a big lightsaber.
That sounded way less cool as I was saying it out loud.
That had like big dick energy.
Shuri fucking bit her tongue at that.
Yeah, Beren.
Yeah, he
Beren
does
will.
have a big
I am trying.
Beren will agree and say, I may not agree with all the tenets of the Jedi Code as I understand it, but from what I understand and have seen in Obi-Wan Kenobi is that he holds those tenets well. He is patient, kind, and like you said, a master negotiator. And I believe, like I said, he would be a very valuable member of the council. But that is from an outsider's perspective. I understand if my points are not considered in this.
And Yoda will just be like, or actually Plo Koon will sort of chime in being like, we will take those thoughts into consideration. That will be not only a matter for us to decide, but if Kenobi himself wishes to accept the position.
Of course.
It's like, just out of character, it's so weird that a Mandalorian is sitting on a council chair talking with the Jedi Council.
It's just like it's normal day.
It's so odd.
To be fair, you're more in like the kiddie seat equivalent, just like, here, use like a chair we provide for people who can't stand very long, so we'll just kind of give them a little...
I just think like it is like pretty significant. Like Beren will be very appreciative of it because of the whole like wanting to, bond with the Jedi and be allies rather than enemies.
Mm-hmm.
So to him it's significant.
But yeah.
He will be telling his mother about this.
Mom, should I vote out the dickhead who cut my leg?
My father will hear about this.
But he now may have like a death wish against me.
Yes, that I can't confirm nor deny that that's gonna be the case.
Well, Ki-Adi-Mundi becomes the next Sith.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Holy shit, that. You know what? I think Raz will add on to the Obi-Wan thing. He'll go. From what I've seen of him, he fights honorably and treats the people he's fighting with respect. I can't say the same about Ponkrell. No offense to him, but Obi-Wan seems like he'd suit this council well with his skills.
Discuss on this matter. Further we will. All in consideration we will take this. Relieve you with our decision once we have confirmed it here.
Right. I think. Hang on. Actually, I think right before the meeting ends, he's gonna. Oh, before we go, I have last bit of information we got from Zomo about plans the Separatists had for the cities, or at least who's leading.
Oh, that's right.
There's
The
quadrants.
fucking holocrons.
No, not the holocrons, but the who's basically the commanders who's leading each attack.
Ah, my fault.
Oh, you
Well,
go.
I thought that I kind of like covered it with like.
Oh, you said the plants that they were targeting, but not who. I'll say like it was included in that spiel of like, yeah, Grievous is heading for Jabim. You have Maul for Coruscant. I don't know who else.
Dirge for Camino, Ventress for Anaxis, Maul for Coruscant, Grievous for Jabim.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to cover, and then essentially they're targeting ship production, which they covered. They're targeting Camino to destroy the army, Mandalore to get rid of what they deem a threat, Anaxis to steal starfighters and cruisers, and then striking the heart of Coruscant with Maul at the end.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, they like all just take that in mind and be like, station more Jedi at these systems, we will, in preparation for the attacks. And like yeah, like they'll all like thank you for just providing all of this information. And yeah, with that, the meeting is adjourned. And
Perfect.
I will say, you do notice that Kiadi Mundi is appearing to pack his things, and he is leaving the temple.
Beren just comes out like, I think that went well.
Shuri, you know, she is going to wait for a little bit. She'll linger around the temple, you know, checking in on anything that she can. You know, if like a student runs up to her, she'll just like, you know, do what she needs to do, blah 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 blah. But I want to say like maybe like an hour and a half after settling in, I might want to pay. I would kind of want to pay a visit to Boba.
Oh yeah, that's totally allowed.
Yep.
So I'll say like this is probably like, I'll say this is probably after the council meeting for simplicity's sake. Like you dropped off Zomo, and it's like, oh shit, I have to meet Boba, and then like you just come back after the council meeting. It's still like relatively like afternoon.
Oh yeah, like she definitely like, you know, said like this is a matter to just like need more time for the council. I promise to go speak with.
That's fine, and yeah, I'll say you know come with the gang if they come along as well, and
if they would like to, yeah, they have clearance.
Yeah.
I think Baron's probably gonna head to the clone barracks.
Go see your boyfriend.
Well, for Shir'iven's Legion, do you have a Legion or a battalion?
They're the 99th Battalion, yeah.
Okay, so a battalion then. Yeah. So Baron will head to those barracks instead. But kind of like not straight into them. But just near them. He's kind of shook up, I guess, after the whole Kiadi Mundi thing.
Yes. You know, Shuri, they'll all take like a little transport thing together. Shuri will drop Beren off like at his request, and she just like looks at him and she's like, "Hey, just take it easy on yourself. I know it's a lot."
He nods and says, "Thank you."
We're gonna have probably just a night here just to reload, get the supplies that we need. Contact me if you need anything, or when you're ready to head back to settle for the night.
Of course. And he kind of like, you know, shrugs it off as casually as he can as he gets out of the transit and walks off.
Just a mom dropping off her son at the clone barracks to see his boyfriend. It's okay.
He got like the soccer mom van.
But with that, Shuri then looks to Viper and Raz like, "Do you guys still wish to come along to see Boba?"
Viper nods.
He kind of
Considering
looks
Beren is very much tense and just sort of like, I have nothing to say on the matter of this. That just happened. I'd rather just be somewhere where I did a thing. So yeah.
He looks to Viper and Sherry, and then he's looking to Beren as he's walking away. If it's all the same, I think I'm gonna check on Beren for a bit.
That's fine. Go right ahead. I need to handle this. I'd join you all if I could.
Of course. Let me know how it goes.
Mm.
And,
Shiri lets Raz out.
yeah, he gets out, and before he walks after Beren, he kind of stops, rubs his neck a bit, kind of looking a little flustered. Sorry if I spoke out of turn in there.
Hey, don't say that. Honestly, it's for the best that you did. Especially with what Mundy was hiding from the council.
Didn't expect all of that to happen, but it had to be said.
I wasn't expecting it either, but it was for the best. We can't, especially in a war like this, we can't have Kiadi Mundy going off and abusing his power as a Jedi Council member like that. It could cause more harm than good for the Republic as a whole.
No kidding. I just hope he doesn't try anything.
I'm sure this is quite the blast to his ego. So I doubt he would.
Yeah. I'm sure he's stewing in his own hatred right about now. I'll catch you guys later.
I'll update you and check in on you and Beren soon.
Sounds good. Good
With
luck.
that, Shiri speeds off.
All right.
He goes into the barracks. You can follow Shir'iven if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say, Shir'iven, you arrive at the clone prison, at the Republic prison. Clone Coruscant Guard will escort you and Viper inside, and you have an arranged meeting with Boba Fett, Aura Singh, and Bosk as they're there. And Boba's just like, so, I trust that you've made good on your promise, Jedi?
I've gotten your ship back, however, things have come up. I'm going to have to leave your release just for a little bit. I don't know if you've heard there was a war that broke out on Mandalore. And I wish to aid.
That's quite alright. Brought my ship back, or at least inform you that of where your pale Grievous is, on the condition I'm coming with and putting a blaster bolt through his metal skull.
Shiri looks at Viper before she looks at him.
Perhaps that could be arranged.
Oh,
I'll...
it's already done.
Oh?
You made a deal. I get out of here, you lighten the sentences for my friends, and I get my dad's armor and his gear, and I'm coming with you wherever that metal slugger is going.
I'll keep my end of the bargain, don't you worry. And I'm sure that it'll be a little easier, especially since we've managed to knock someone off the council recently.
And Aura Singh just kind of gives like a cheeky smile, being like, "Huh, you're more ruthless than you put on, Jedi. If you're able to turn on your own as quickly as you do."
All I wish for is peace, and he murdered innocents. Couldn't have that.
And Boss chimes in, sounds like a real dickhead.
You could say that. But as soon as my efforts are done on Mandalore, we will return to Coruscant, and I will update you on everything.
Good.
We'll ensure that sentences are lightened and you are out of here.
Good. I'll be waiting for the guards to arm me appropriately for this little expedition. Just make sure those clones that I'll be working with, that they're my father's best.
Of course. By the way, just so you know ahead of time, your father's keys are being kept what is it called? It's like it's being kept in storage with any items you came in with. So as soon as you leave, you can pick them up.
Perfect. You didn't damage nothing, right?
No, we actually repaired quite a lot.
Good.
Cleaned it up quite nicely.
Right. Fair enough. I will see you when you return, Master Jedi.
See you in just a few days.
Mm-hmm. And I'll say, before we head to Raz and the rest of at Beren at the Clone Barracks, and Viper, just as you're about to head off to sleep, you receive a call from Palpatine.
Oh, fuck.
Of course. What are the odds? He can call anytime.
The consequences of my actions. All right.
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions, what's up? What's up?
How goes it? It's me, John Mulaney. How you doing?
Fucking like he's laying in bed and it's just like Palpatine call.
Yeah.
Stop.
He comes online and goes like, "Greetings, Viper. I'm terribly sorry to call you this late, but I wanted to inform you of some important business, that a very special mission I wish to impart to you."
He'll just sort of oh, Palpatine, Excellency, sorry for the rude awakening. Special mission then.
To my understanding, it appears that Mandalore has gotten rather unstable with the leadership. Is that correct?
That is correct, but funny enough, we're actually on our way to fix / possibly get them on the side of the Republic.
Good. I just wanted to impart some aid. It stays within this call, but I wanted to impart a little bit of assistance. Should anything go awry, I want you to give, as he sort of steps to the side, and a clone in what appears to be black and red armor, with this sort of gray sort of hair going, slightly elongated face, and a little crosshair painted on the one eye, sporting a sort of condensed rifle on his back.
Oh man, it's the guy I have a tattoo of on my wrist. Oh shit, he's here.
Where are the others? Show my boy. Show my boys.
Happy birthday.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Viper's fucking predecessors. His ancestors, right there.
Yeah. And Palpatine goes, "I'd like you to meet CT. Hold on, I need to get his fucking number up. Shit.
Crosshair. Fucking.
He is CT9904, who, and he just goes "You can call me Crosshair," as he just sort of has the toothpick in his mouth.
Of course he does.
Yeah, and Palpatine goes, in the interest of Republic security and maintaining Mandalore as an ally, should anything intense go wrong, I want you to give Viper the clear to kill any target that you deem to be a threat to its security.
Whoa.
Kill?
And he goes "I'm a pretty damn good shot, brother. Just can be 10 clicks, 100 clicks. That target won't be breathing much when I'm done with it."
With all due respect, Chancellor, there are still those who are very, how you would say, divided on the actions that some of the troopers did on Jakku. Is this the right call? Is what we're doing with Mandalore? Are you certain about this?
My dear boy, in these times of war, we cannot have division. If someone refuses to play along, then they must be removed from play. And and Crosshair is quite effective at removing unwanted pieces on the board. I'm sure everything will be fine in your hands, but consider him a last resort, if you will.
As he just sort of mulls over just like what happened on Jakku and just taking Palpatine's words into the best light that he can possibly see for the man who was responsible for bringing him here alongside his other brothers. He simply looks over and then says, "Then it shall be done, Chancellor."
And, like, sort of nods off, and as his call ends, Crosshair just kind of looks to you, being like, "You're a little bit on the thicker side than for what my brothers described. I think you might be able to give Rekka a run for his money."
Show my boy. Give me Wrecker. Give me Wrecker.
I want Wrecker and Titan to have just the biggest fucking arm wrestle.
Oh my god, give us this lovable, huggable bear.
Give me my fucking big beefy men, please.
And
Anyway,
you,
back there.
yeah, you say
So
anything
back-
to him?
He'll simply just sort of like just nod towards the both of them and just say, and just with a simple nod, he'll nod towards both of them and say, "Then, again, it shall be done. Your word is my command, Chancellor."
Good. I will leave you to it. Get some good night's rest. You're going to have a long day. As his call disconnects, and then you hear from the background of Crosshair things like, "Hey, Cross! It's my turn on the phone!" And fucking Crosshair immediately disconnects.
God.
Oh man.
It just felt so right. I had to include.
I can't believe it. It's them.
I worry for the target. Oh my god.
My
Hey,
predecessor-
Kevin.
my first predecessor.
Yes?
Yeah, Kevin.
Real quick question.
Hmm?
If I am to pardon, 2 prisoners, that wouldn't go through Jedi Council. It would go through the Republic, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Can I speak to Padme at some point? Not tonight, but
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll end it off with Beren and Raz as
yeah.
I'll say like
Listen, Anakin, buddy, pal.
We talking to my wife.
I'll say Beren, like the clones seem like you're seeing them, and they're even like more decorated than the ones like you've seen on Camino. Like they're sporting like a lot of colors like similar to like patches, like they're having like you see like at least like either 1 or 2 Leku like across their chest. They're sporting a lot of grays and purples over the armor. Like some even have some are sporting even like Viper's motif, like if like they're doing like little snakes along the arms. Some are like sporting like like just like lots of like different tattoos, and along all the vehicles you'll like see like a picture of like a scarier looking Shir'iven with 2 clones on her side, and like in Arabish it says "Fear the Sheer."
Okay. Is there like I'm guessing because it's the barracks that there is a kind of training area?
Oh
I
yeah, there's a
guess?
firing range and like a general combat area.
Yeah. Baron's gonna go over to a target. And like he's still got his helmet and everything on. He just like calmly approaches it and then begins punching it really hard.
And like one of the clones like raises their hand. I'll say Raz, you just walk in on this part. As one of the clones raises his goes like, are you sure that's effective, Beren, sir? The droids have the clankers got metal faces, and I don't think they're exactly receptive to punching. At least that's my understanding of them.
Beren like grabs like the head of the robot kind of target, and he'll bend it like out of shape, and like he just growls, "Then I'll rip their damn heads off."
And the clone just goes like, Some of the clones just
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah, the clones, some of them are just recoiling with fear. The other, like, there's like 2 or 3 that are low key into it. The one who asked the question is definitely shitting his pants. But yeah, Raz just walk in on Beren, just like this droid's head is bent like 45 degrees from Beren's might.
He walks in on this and just goes, remind me never to get on your bedside.
At hearing Raz, Beren stops punching it. He's still like holding the target, and his hands are shaking. He's just kind of like breathing heavy.
He's gonna walk over to Beren, and he like hovers his hands over your own, and just before he goes ahead and touch, he just goes, is it okay if I, string, like if it's okay to hold you?
Yeah, like kind of, he hasn't got the words to say it, but he just like kind of nods kind of pathetically and makes like a really like pathetic noise.
He holds her hands in kind of a gentle grip tight, and he's just gonna go, just breathe with me, okay? I have you. And he's gonna kind of count you through some breathing exercises.
Mm-hmm.
Slow inhales, exhales until Beren's calm enough to talk.
Yeah, like it takes a moment for him to like get into the rhythm of it, like, and like it comes really warbled through like the vocoder on his helmet because he's still wearing it.
Breathe. It's okay. I'm here.
Yeah, he begins just calming down. He's sort of just nodding to himself.
All right. You okay to talk now?
I think so.
Good.
He kind of looks around at like the clones. Some of the clones are just kind of standing there stunned, like at this mangled like droid target. And he just kind of weakly says, "Sorry."
To the clones or to Raz or both?
To the clones and like Raz as well, like to both.
Yeah, the clones will sort of, they'll go back to their other business. But
you. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, yeah, that's it.
Okay. You don't have anything to apologize for.
He just very quietly says, "You don't understand. One of them died because of him."
And I hate that happened. It's disgusting. And I'm sorry it did. I hope my actions in the council didn't shock you to this level, but what was revealed, I couldn't stay silent about it.
Beren nods, like is like kind of frantically nodding. Yeah, he I didn't think the council would care enough.
Between you and me, neither did I. Which was why it was a surprise it did happen. I didn't think they'd listen to anything I had to say. But I'm not sorry about standing up for you.
You know, I'm not even angry that he did this and like gestures to his severed Leku.
Then
That kid. I couldn't save them.
And he's going to give you a hug.
Yeah, he allows it.
It hurts. I know it does. A brother once told me that you can't save everyone. And he's right. But it doesn't make it any less easier to deal with or hear. The best thing to keep in mind is you did all you could, given the circumstances. You saved all you could. Everyone you could, and that should be enough. Maybe you couldn't save that kid, but you can honor his memory by living. By keep fighting.
Yeah. Beren, both in and out of character, is just like kind of speechless. You know, like he's never really spoken about this, like outside of him and what, like reporting back to his mom, Kara. So, yeah, it's difficult. And he also says like it's I just, you know, thank you for listening.
Of course. You did the same for me, after all. You're not alone in this, Beren. Pain, loss. Anyone who's a soldier, anyone who fights. It's a part of you. And you have to find ways to cope. I'm not the best example of that, but it's important to keep in mind.
Yeah, Beren, you know, sort of pushes back from the hug, but is still like holding Raz's shoulders, like clasping his shoulders, and says, "Thank you, Attica." And like out of like a genuine gratitude, he you know, gently bonks his helmet onto Raz's forehead.
Aww.
You are my foundling now.
A little surprised. He leans in and kind of jokes, saying, "I hope I'm not replacing Patch here."
Meanwhile, Patch looking on from the distance, like he just like turns the corner and starts crying.
No.
No.
Beren says it's a sign of affection. It can be romantic with certain people, but this is familial.
Familial. And his mind kind of races back to his own family and the family he's made with the troopers, and he kind of just closes his eyes and leans into the Kadalbe.
And I'll say, like, you guys, like, sharing this peaceful moment, like, you know, like, yeah, you just have, like, it's a bit too quiet in the barracks, but, like, you guys don't really mind, like, whatever clones do pass through, you just are kind of, like, stuck in this Kadalbe embrace for a while, and it's nice.
I will say, like, when we were on the slave one, can I say that during that time I was with Patch that Beren kind of explained the Kadalbe kiss thing?
You should hope so.
Can we say that?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
Like, Patch immediately goes like, so, wow.
Oh god, he's here.
Okay, so that guy was lying about what it was?
Beren frowns. He's like, you know, like, kind of pulls away from Raz now and is like, what guy?
You know, that Mando told me that that thing with your foreheads is a sign of respect for warriors, and was that all Banthadiddle?
Yeah.
Well, still no regrets. I'm gonna call it a night, and I will, I assume you're coming with us to Mandalore then?
Of course. And you know, Beren turns to Raz again and says, you know, like, thanks him genuinely. And kind of like, not timidly, but kind of like reserved, in a reserved voice, says, hey, we can test out your skills with the slug pistol on these targets later.
Oh, good. That'll be fun.
And he turns to Patch and says, yeah, no, actually, he's gonna like hold out his hand to Patch.
Oh.
And he's, yep.
Blushing under
We're
the helmet.
going, you're following. Let's go.
Okay.
No, he's like, he says, you know, just, oh my god, I got brain fog, sorry. He says, oh my god, I hate my brain sometimes. He basically, like, you know, takes Patch's hand, and says, he just like kind of cheerily, but you can kind of see it's a little bit of a facade over how he's like still feeling a bit shook up. And he'll take Patch's hand, smile at him, you know, take his helmet off and smile at him, and say, hey, have you ever like ripped the head off a droid before?
Just kind of like raises an eyebrow, like unsure, like, can't say I have. Shot at a couple, but I try not to punch, as, you know, sensitive bones in the hands. Yeah.
And just looks at him blankly, like, dude, you don't know how to throw a punch. And says, and like, he's, you know, tugs him along and says, like, you know, I'll show you. You know, takes him over to the mangled like target that he's already like half destroyed, and he's like, I'll teach you to do this. And he'll also say, like, call over to Raz, like, Attica, are you joining?
What? Sure. And yeah, he walks over to the two of you and joins in the exercise.
But yeah, I'll say.
Yeah, fades out with like Beren now going, now you gotta get purchase under this neck joint.
It ends as like Patch throws the first punch and immediately Wilhelm screams in pain. And that's where the session ends.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck?
Just Beren shouting like, "No, you don't tuck your thumb into your palm, you idiot!"
Oh fuck, that was too
Incredible.
Stay still, I'll heal you.
much. Yeah, we'll check for this another time. But yeah, holy shit. Oh my
Whoa.
god.
Heavy stuff.
Man, you didn't even need to kick Kiadi on his ass. You could just vote him out of the council.
I was literally in my head, I'm like, I didn't know. I didn't think I'd get this far.
That's literally how Beren felt. He's like, dude, I never thought I'd see him again.
Man.
Let alone, kick him off the Jedi Council.
Like, keep in mind, I've been having a rant for the council for the longest time, and this was just like, nope, I can't not say it. I'm sorry. Whatever happens, happens. Damn the consequences.
Yeah, I mean, like, what was he gonna do? Fucking force push you out of, like, the 900-story building and let you fall to your death? I mean, he could, but nah, they're not animals. But, yeah, that is gonna do it for this session. We'll still be back next week. We'll probably have, like, the beginnings of the Mandalore, Mandalore the sequel. Yeah.
I'm excited because Beren doesn't know who Darth Maul is at all.
Yeah!
And he hasn't asked about it. The Jedi have been there going, "Oh, Maul is going to go to Mandalore," and Beren's just like, "Yeah, Maul, whoever that is."
The Coruscant, but yeah, like...
Yeah, like, bro, like...
Ask a certain Zabrak about that.
Yeah, but yeah,
turns out Beren's just like, "Is this your dad?"
Oh no.
It's complicated.
But yeah, you can find myself at all the social medias at KCoutoVA. Yeah, we stream on here every Wednesday nights typically. I might try to do another game every Wednesday just to, fill the gap during the hiatus, but we will see when we get there. After that, we have Tati.
Hey yo, Tati here. I played Raziel. I did not expect to influence a vote on kicking Kiadi Monday's ass out. I'm impressed with myself. For more nonsense on my end, you can also follow me on Twitter at Tati the VA. Not a lot of stuff work-wise, but at the moment, still chugging, still getting there, but keep an eye out this month for something cool. For other games I'm in, besides Revenge of the Crit, you can also follow me in the campaign The World of Eris, usually every Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. PST via Orion VA's Twitch, as well as Curse of Strahd and Ghosts of Salt Marsh, alternating every Thursdays at 7 p.m. PST via Dungeons May Cry.
Nice.
Booyah.
Yeah. And after that, we have Le Jinkles.
Hello, I'm Jinkles. You can find me at lovejinkles on twitter.com. I don't really have much to announce other than the fact that I'm moving, so I'm gonna be a little quiet on the Twitter front lately because of it. Hopefully by the time that I'm all settled into my new place and everything, I'll have something to announce. So yeah.
Yeah. And after that, we got Chase.
There's always a bigger fish.
God damn it. Surprise! Kiadi Mundi was the bigger fish.
Hi everybody, I'm Chase. I played RCO947 or Viper if you're nasty tonight. You can follow me over at Twitter on TheChaseBeck and YouTube at ChaseBeck. The only thing I have to announce is that I was in an animated rap battle last week. I got to play the scariest role by far, Jared Leto. That's right, it's Morbius. So that was an experience.
I'll have to experience that myself later. That sounds.
Did you have to go into method acting?
I had to identify how it would feel to live life not only as a white man but as Jared Leto.
Oh God!
Yeah, Jared is his own experience.
Let me ask the most important question. Did you have to say it's Morbin time?
I did say Morbin time. Yes! Morbin time is indeed included in the fucking script.
Yes.
Yes! Morbin wins!
Mission complete.
Alright. Yep. Amazing. And last but certainly not least...
nothing new to announce other than Morbin time.
It's Morbin! All right. And last but certainly not least, as always, our best boy, played by our best girl, Mustang.
I am Mustang or Sara, don't mind which. You can find me on Twitter at Mustangsart, where I kind of just like post about anything and everything. Like today, for instance, I was posting about like as I was working night at the museum and talking about the little cowboy and the little Roman general who fall in love, which is very cute. Brain rot today. And if you check out the link that Kevin should have added.
Yeah, it's the last one.
To Talsorian Games. I recently was part of the official Witcher tabletop game again. This time I have created prosthetic limbs and wheelchairs, which are now canon. And my Witcher OC, who is now canon, which is a bizarre thing to say. His name is Beren of Dillingen. He is a bear Witcher, and he has a very cool prosthetic arm that is charged with magnetic magic that holds it to the clasp. And it's very cool and very fun. And if you go to my Twitter, a recent post of mine is a 7-page short story of him that you can read completely for free. It's posted up on my Patreon, and it's about him fighting a Bruxa and how he uses his metal arm to pry her mouth open and force her to drink his toxicated blood. It's very fun.
Save some
yes.
content for the paywall.
And if you do subscribe to my Patreon, £5 tier this month are getting last month's £10 tier, which was 2 ancestries for D&D, one being the vampire and the other being the Dhampir, the half vampire. And you get like a special skill, like a super screech, or you can turn into a bat, that kind of thing. It's very fun. And there is also, for £10 patrons, there is going to be some new content for basically a sneak peek behind the scenes for the Combat Wheelchair version 4, which will be coming out eventually in print on demand. So you can have a nice fancy copy. And yeah, so you can check that all out on my Twitter. That's kind of where I post everything.
Love that content.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am terrified for where this arc is going to go, but I am very excited to see what other chaos you guys are going to do when you get there. But yeah, hopefully we'll at least get to the beginnings of that and have a nice cliffhanger for when we're off for the coming weeks. But yeah, thanks again everybody for coming by. We appreciate the support, and yeah, remember to stay safe, wash your hands, wear your mask, get vaxxed, get boosted. We love you all so very, very much. And remember, may the rolls be with you always. Good night. Mwah.
Night.
Good night. Did it.